Need computer training for a group or office? Contact us today to get a free demo of our training at www.teachucomp.com/enterprise-licensing. While advanced users may want to simply create a new mail merge document, new users may find that it is easier to create a mail merge document using the mail merge wizard provided in Word. This leads you through the process of creating a mail merge document step by step. To start a mail merge in Word, first click the Mailings tab in the ribbon. Then click the Start Mail Merge button in the Start Mail Merge button group. From the button's drop-down menu, choose the Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard command. This will open up the Mail Merge task pane at the right side of the document window. Here you answer the questions posed to you, and then click the next hyperlink at the bottom of the pane to continue through the mail merge process until you are finished. The first screen of the Mail Merge Wizard will ask you, what type of document are you working on? You will select the option button that corresponds to the type of mail merge document that you are trying to create. The choices that follow in the next few steps of the Mail Merge Wizard will vary slightly depending upon which choice you make in the screen. When you have made your selection, click the next Starting Document hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to continue. In the next pane of the Mail Merge Wizard, Word will ask, how do you want to set up your document? Note that the choices vary slightly depending upon what type of document you selected to create in the previous pane. If you have a blank document open that you want to use as the merge document, then select the Use Current Document choice. If you select this option, then simply click the next Select Recipients hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to continue. If you would like to use one of the pre-made mail merge templates that are available in Word, then select the Start from a Template option. In this case, you would need to click the Select Template command in the middle of the task pane to open up the Select Template dialog box. In this dialog box, double-click on the mail merge template that you want to use. Note that the template can be modified if necessary to better suit your needs. After selecting your template, you would click the next Select Recipients hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane when you are ready to continue. You can also open any previously saved Word document to use it as a merge document. If you wish to do that, then select the Start from Existing Document option. In the Start from Existing section that appears, click the More Files button, and then click the Open button to launch the Open dialog box. Use the dialog box to browse for the Word document that you want to use. Once you have found it, just double-click the document in the Open dialog box to have it display in the main window. At that point, you can just click the next Select Recipients hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to continue. Note that if you selected envelopes or labels in the first screen of the Mail Merge Wizard, then in the second screen you will have different options than the ones that were just mentioned. If you selected envelopes, then you will see two options in the task pane. If the currently open document isn't a standard envelope, then you can select the Change Document Layout, and then click the next Select Recipients hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to continue to the Envelope Options dialog box. You could also just click the Envelope Options command in the task pane to open up the Envelope Options dialog box if you prefer. The Envelope Options dialog box contains options for printing your envelopes. Most importantly, here is where you select the envelope size that you will be using. You can also set the display of the font for both the return address and the delivery address on the Envelope Options tab. Then you can click the Printing Options tab to set other options, such as the printer feed options and printer tray options. When you have finished setting your desired options, click OK to return to the mail merge. Once you are done, then click the next Select Recipients button. If you selected the Labels option in the first screen of the Mail Merge Wizard, then the second screen will have options similar to the ones that you have for envelopes. If the currently open document isn't a standard label, then you can select the Change Document Layout option, and then click the next hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to continue and open up the Label Options dialog box. You could also click the Layout Options command in the task pane to bring up the Label Options dialog box if you prefer. This dialog box contains the options for printing your labels. First, select whether you will be using continuous feed printers or page printers by choosing the appropriate option in the Printer Information section. If you select the Page Printers option, you may need to select from which tray in the printer you will print your label by choosing the desired tray from the Tray dropdown. In the Label Information section, select the manufacturer of your label from the Label Vendors dropdown. Then select the label type that you'll be using from the product number list. Once you have selected your label type, click the OK button to return to the task pane, and then click the Next button. Once you have selected the document to use as your mail merge document, you must choose the data source for the mail merge document in the Select Recipients pane of the Mail Merge wizard. If you already have a list, such as an Excel spreadsheet, that you wish to use for the merge document, then select the Use an Existing List option at the top of the task pane. If you choose this option, then you will need to click the Browse hyperlink in the middle of the task pane in order to launch the Select Data Source dialog box. This dialog box will open up and display the contents of a default folder, so you may need to navigate to the folder in which your actual data source is stored. Once you have found the list that you want to use as your data source, double-click it in order to select it and return to the task pane, or click the Open button. Note that you may need to select a specific table from the database or select a specific sheet from your workbook if you are using an Access database or an Excel workbook as a data source. Once you have selected the data source you will be using, you will see the Mail Merge Recipients dialog box appear. You can use this dialog box to filter and sort the recipient information. We will examine how to use this dialog box in a separate lesson. However, once this has been done, you can click the OK button in the Mail Merge Recipients dialog box to close it and return to the task pane. If you wanted to use information from an Outlook contacts folder versus an existing list, then select the option button for Select from Outlook Contacts. This will launch Microsoft Outlook. In Outlook, you will need to select the contacts folder that you wish to use as the data source. Once you have selected the contacts folder that you will be using, you will again see the Mail Merge Recipients dialog box appear, where you can filter and sort the data from the data source. Once again, we will cover the use of this dialog box in a separate lesson, as it is fairly extensive. Once you have finished using the dialog box, click the OK button to return to the task pane. You could also create a new list of mail merge information to use by selecting the Type a New List option in the task pane and then clicking the Create button. Word then prompts you to create a new list from the mail merge in the New Address List dialog box. We will cover how to create and edit a data source on the fly in a separate lesson. However, once you have created the list, you can click the OK button to close the Mail Merge Recipients dialog box. As mentioned, we will use this to filter and sort the data used by the mail merge document. This will also be covered in a separate lesson. After you have set the data source for your merge document, click the next hyperlink at the bottom of the task pane to proceed to the next step. In the next step of the Mail Merge wizard, you will enter the static or unchanging information that will appear directly into the Mail Merge document. You also use the available hyperlinks in the task pane to insert various fields of information from your data source into your document at the desired positions. To insert information from your data source, click the More Items hyperlink in the task pane. This will launch the Insert Merge Field dialog box. Select the option for Database Fields at the top of the dialog box to see the listing of available fields from your data source. Click on the name of the field that you want to insert into the selected position within the document, and then click the Insert button at the bottom of the dialog box to insert the selected field. Note that if you simply need to insert some address information, you can click the address block hyperlink in the task pane to open up the Insert Address block dialog box. Here you can select what elements of the address to insert, and then click the OK button to insert the selected address elements. You could also select the greeting line hyperlink to open up the Insert Greeting Line text box. You can choose from several letter openings for your mail merge document. Then click the OK button to return to the task pane. Also note that if you are creating labels, you only need to create the fields in the first label. You can then click the Update All Labels button to copy the field that you inserted into the first label to all other labels in the mail merge document. When you are done creating your mail merge document, click the next hyperlink at the bottom of the mail merge task pane to continue. The next screen in the task pane allows you to preview the merge results. To do this, just click the double pointing chevrons at the top of the task pane to view the merge results prior to actually merging the data. After you have previewed the information, to ensure that the merge has been performed correctly, click the Next button at the bottom of the task pane to continue. When you want to print the mail merge document, you can just click the Print hyperlink at the top of the task pane to open the Merge to Printer dialog box. Here you can select the range of records in the data source that you want to print. Then click the OK button when you are ready to print the selected records. If you wish to make individual changes to different letters or labels in the Merge group, you can click the Edit Individual Letters hyperlink in the middle of the task pane. This will launch the Merge to New Document dialog box, where you can select the range of records to merge to a new document. This is the output document that is often created during the merge process. In the new document window that appears, you can make changes to the individual letters if you wish. You can then print the new output document along with any individual editing changes you have made in order to complete the merge. Like what you see? Get a free demo of our training for groups of 5 or more at www.teachucomp.com/enterprise-licensing.